Hello and welcome back. My name is Molly and I will be attempting a northbound through hike of the Appalachian Trail starting in March of this year. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I heard about the Appalachian Trail and how I learned about through hiking and long distance hiking. I'm going to be answering the question why the Appalachian Trail and not the Pacific Crest Trail, and also just some reasons why I want to do it. Want to say thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and is following along on everything that I'm doing to prepare for the Appalachian Trail. I am just so thankful for everyone. I didn't expect this many people to care really and want to follow everything that I'm doing, so just really thank you so much. It really just means a lot that you're interested. First, I want to talk about how I learned about through hiking. I've always kind of known that long distance trails like this existed, especially like the Pacific Crest Trail, because I live in Oregon and that's one of the states that the PCT goes through, and I've hiked little bits of it before. So like I knew it existed, but I didn't really know that so many people did it and that it was a thing like this. Also, my sister, she's hiked the Camino de Santiago in Spain, so I knew about these trails, but it was never really something that was on my radar or anything that I expected I'd want to do. It was when I started really getting into wanting to go to the national parks, actually, that got long distance hiking and through hiking on my radar. I found a podcast about the national parks and binge listened to all of them, I guess you could say. I ran out of episodes and I was looking for something else to listen to. I was like, okay, well, what else do I like? And I really like backpacking, so I was like, well, let's look for a backpacking podcast. I found Backpacker Radio. So the first episode of Backpacker Radio that I listened to, the guest was Miss Janet. And for those of you who don't know, Miss Janet is a pretty famous trail angel on the Appalachian Trail. Just listening to her talk about the community was just really intriguing, and I just kind of got a little bit hooked from that one episode. And yeah, just really kind of inspired and intrigued, and I remember telling my husband, like, oh my gosh, like, this is such a crazy thing, like, people hike this 2,200 mile trail in like one go. That's so crazy, like I could never do that, but that's so, like, it sounds so cool. And I listened to that episode in July of 2021, and every day since then, I have thought about through hiking or the Appalachian Trail. Like, I just can't get it out of my head. I don't know what it is, but I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop wanting to do it. Yeah, so that's kind of when the Appalachian Trail specifically got on my radar. I've gotten this question a couple times about like why I want to hike the Appalachian Trail and not the Pacific Crest Trail. It took me a long time to decide which trail I actually wanted to attempt to through hike. I went back and forth on the PCT and the AT for a long time. One of the reasons why I want to do the AT, I think, is because it's just in a different part of the country that I've never been to before. I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I've done a lot of hiking here. I've done hiking in Washington. I've lived in California, and so I've done hiking there. And the West Coast is so beautiful. Like, the mountains are gorgeous. I absolutely love it, but if this is the only chance that I get to go on a hike like this, I really wanted it to be in a place or places I've never been to before, and to different mountains and different states and different people, and yeah, just experience what the East Coast is like. So that's probably the biggest reason why I chose the AT over the PCT. Yeah, it seems like the majority of people who attempt a thru hike are in a natural transitioning phase in their life. They've either like just graduated college or they've just retired, and neither of those are the case for me. So it was a really hard decision, and not one that I took lightly, to decide to kind of put some other things on hold to do this. Something that I kind of struggled with for a long time, just trying to decide if it's worth it, if it's something that I actually want to do and need to do. And like, a fear of mine is going out there and hating it and kind of feeling like I made this whole big deal about wanting to do this, and then I get out there and I don't like it. Yeah, I've tried to mitigate that fear a little bit. So last year I set the goal of hiking the Oregon Coast Trail. I decided to do it just on weekends so I could keep my job and I didn't have to uproot my life for that. One of my goals for hiking that trail was the hope of getting some clarity on if this is something that I actually want to do, and is something that I like. Yeah, be a little bit more confident that I am going to like it, I am going to enjoy it. I spent a lot of time when I was hiking that trail thinking about that, and when I made it to the southern terminus, that's where I made my announcement video, because I had gotten that clarity that this is something that I need. It is important to me, and it is worth taking this time for myself to do this. One reason why I want to hike the Appalachian Trail is that I just want to challenge myself physically and mentally. I enjoy doing that. I like that type 2 fun. I've had some different goals, like with running and things like that have been a physical and mental challenge. With that physical and mental challenge, like doing things like that always gives me like a little bit more confidence in myself. I'm definitely looking forward to doing hard things, doing things like this that help to boost that. This is something that I have been working on already for the last couple of years. So in 2017, I was invited to attempt to summit Mount Adams, which is a mountain in Washington. And this was very last minute. I was very underprepared. I'd never done anything like this before. So I went into it not really knowing what to expect. So you hike most of the mountain one day, you camp, and then in the morning you summit the mountain, and then you hike all the way down. And so I made it to where we were camping, and in the morning I decided not to attempt to summit because I was scared. It was very intimidating mountain. Didn't have any experience really with using an ice axe or crampons or anything like that. I decided to stay at kind of our little base camp and wait for the other people to summit and come back down. And yeah, so I didn't do it, and I made that choice, and it's a learning experience. But in 2022, so 5 years after that, I attempted this again, and I went into it knowing that I was going to be scared and knowing that I was just going to do it anyways. I wasn't going to let the fear hold me back. And I did. I summited Mount Adams, and it was one of the hardest and one of the best things that I've ever done. Since then, kind of been continuing to try to push myself out of my comfort zone like that. I've gone camping by myself a few times to get used to that, and just doing just little baby steps to get more confident, being outside and being in nature by myself and doing things alone, because I have people who enjoy hiking like I do, maybe not quite to the same extent, and can get friends and family to go on adventures with me, but yeah, I want to be able to do things on my own and not be so scared or intimidated by them. So when I graduated college, we were allowed to decorate our caps, and on my cap I put this quote that I found that said, "If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough." And I think about that a lot. And hiking the Appalachian Trail is the first dream I've had that scares me. It's the first thing that I've committed to that I don't know if I can do it. I have no idea, but I'm doing everything that I can to prepare and to be ready, and I'm just excited to see if I can. And I'm just so looking forward to just giving this a go and giving it all I have and seeing what I'm made of. And so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, and I'm so excited to bring you along with me and show you how it goes. So thank you so much for watching. This video was a little bit tougher for me. It's a little bit more personal. Hope you all enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching and following along. Mighty fine hiking, everyone. Bye.